Hi, I'm Maggie, your LUNA Astrology Ambassador. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create auxiliary charts using LUNA and adding them to your chart profiles. LUNA currently supports several types of auxiliary charts, which you can cast anytime you're viewing a saved natal or event chart. On desktop, which is what I'm using right now, you will find the auxiliary charts panel on the right side of the screen in the chart menu panel. It might be collapsed. You simply click on it to open it up and we see all of these auxiliary chart options. On mobile, on your phone, or on a tablet, this chart menu is going to be at the top of the screen and it will be collapsed by default. So just click on it and you will find the secondary progression, solar arc directions, return navigator, and relocating a chart. One of the most common auxiliary charts is the secondary progressed chart, or SP chart for short. Casting one is as simple as clicking the link. So we'll find that button on the right hand side and give it a click. And instantly the chart in the middle of the screen is transformed into a secondary progressions chart. This chart is based on the native's birth location. So we're looking at Princess Diana's chart, secondary progress chart, and those progressions are based out of Sandringham, where she was born. You will see while I'm over here, we'll talk about the space-time navigator a little bit. Since secondary progress charts are animatable, the space-time navigator is an option. So we can go forward and backward in time based on the interval that you have selected in this space-time navigator. If I want to save this chart so I can come back to it again in the future, we're going to come over here to the chart info panel on the left-hand side of the screen on desktop. We're going to press the save button, and that will make it so I can return to this exact chart, 1/23/2026 at 4:04 p.m. And I'll show you how to get there in a moment. To return to the natal chart, we're going to press the return to natal chart button. It's going to redirect us back to where the planets were at the time of Princess Diana's birth. Before we move forward, let's come back to the secondary progressions area of the chart menu panel. You'll see underneath of it that it says saved chart. You can click on that, and the secondary progress charts that you have saved will come back up to the screen and be available for you to click on. It's so easy. The solar arc directions are very similar to the secondary progressed chart. So just like that SP chart, we're going to click on the link. The chart will generate in the middle. And just like the secondary progressed chart, we can press save and be able to come back to this chart at a moment's notice, just with an easy click. So let's come back to the natal chart. This solar arc directed chart is right underneath, so you can click on that and find that, bring it back up again. The next kind of auxiliary chart we'll look at is the return navigator, the return charts. And we'll come right down here to this section, and you can see that there's a lot of options. I'm going to click on sun because solar return is the one that I use the most in my practice. And we'll press go. This one does require a location. So you'll see the return navigator box appears. This was the solar return for Princess Di's most recent birthday, and we can change the location right over here. So if I wanted to see what her solar return would look like if she was in Naples, Florida, I just press the cast return button and it changes it ever so slightly. So make sure that you have the appropriate location in the return navigator. If it's the same location as birth, you are golden. That will be the default setting. You will also see in this return navigator box that you can adjust both the year and the location, as I've already mentioned, of the return chart. Like the others, we can save this. We can come over here to the chart info panel and press the save button, make that easy for us to get back to at a future date and time. We can also add notes. If you come up to the top and find the notes button, any notes that I add here will be saved along with the specific chart that I'm looking at. So the solar return chart I'll be able to look at the notes that are attached to that at any given time. Like, it's so handy. Let's come back to the natal chart again. We'll press return to natal chart. And for the last auxiliary chart, we'll look at relocated charts. So like solar returns, this requires a location. I am relocating her natal chart to Naples, Florida, my default location. So let's just say that I wanted to instead see what was going on, what the chart looked like if she was born in San Francisco. And it'll just be just a little bit different. Awesome. You can see the shifting. Many astrologers like to use relocated charts to experiment with how different places feel. Say if you're deciding where to spend your next birthday. And just like all of the other charts, we can come over here to the chart info panel and hit save. And then we'll be able to access this chart again in the future. Just nice and easy. Auxiliary charts are a powerful way to expand your astrological toolkit, and Luna makes it so easy for you to keep them organized. So thank you so much, Luna, for this amazing service. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along for more Luna tutorials.